So a while back, I did a video on Lowe's, what type of plants were at the Lowe's Garden Center, and that it was pretty early on in our season. It was about a month ago, just so that I could show you what kind of plants are there. And I'm due for another visit. I want to show you what Lowe's has to offer now, right about the time of our last frost date. So typically, what's today? Today's the 10th. We usually have our last frost between April 8th and April 12th. So right now is a great time to go see what Lowe's expects you to be able to plant out right now, because typically or technically you should be able to plant out anything that they have out. So let's check out what's at Lowe's so you can see if it's time for you to go visit. And here we are. I am at Lowe's. I was here 3 weeks ago, and I want to show you what they have now. Wow, they have so many peppers. That's my first impression, is that there's so many varieties. There are also tomatillos. We'll get that out of the way, but into the peppers, they're Fresno, poblano, hot banana peppers, also known as Hungarian wax here. There are Mexi Bell, which they call spicy bell pepper. This is a cow horn Italian long hot. They have something called a Coolapeno pepper, which is a heatless jalapeno. I have had these before. They're so good. And I'm just really impressed with their overall selection of all of these different kinds of peppers, hot and mild. They really have them all. They've also got lots of red beefsteak, Cherokee purple. Their tomatoes are bigger than they were 3 weeks ago, which makes sense, but they're also in pretty good shape. And here we have another wall of peppers. We've got Anaheim up here, habanero for those of you who really like the hot stuff. I was just impressed that they've got this selection of hot peppers because sometimes it's a little risky to carry all of those. They've got eggplant, white eggplant, and a couple different black eggplants. They've got the Black Beauty, which are the larger, bigger sized, as you can see there. And they also have the very thin Ichiban Japanese eggplant, and those are so delicious in stir fries as well. I grow these, all of these every year, and these are some good looking plants. I did notice that the plants were of a larger size, and I did not see many of them that had several plants in each container, just so you know. Uh, Here we have some green okra. It looked like a Clemson spineless. Not a ton of okra, but they do have some. Most folks I know direct sow their okra, but if you wanted to pick some up at the store, you certainly could. We've got more hot peppers down here, lots and lots of this eggplant. I don't know if it's a popular plant here. We certainly enjoy it. We like to eat it, and my customers love it as well. And you can see here we've got just multitudes of peppers. Down here at the bottom, we've got serrano and Tabasco peppers. So really rounding out the varieties and the selection of peppers here. So that was something that was really impressive to me. Here are their onions. They do have the onion plants. The candy onions only make up about 25% of the selection they have, and the 25 those are the only ones that will bulb properly for you. The rest of these shouldn't be here. They are short day onions, and they will not bulb properly for you uh, during this time of the year. So you really just need to get the candy onions here from Lowe's if you're interested in growing them from plants. So we're going to round this wall, and you're going to see again more peppers. The peppers were the talk of the whole show today, without a doubt. We have cayenne, more of the Mexi Bell, which were the spicy bell pepper. I have never had those before. Um, they look like they could be really delicious. So maybe I will grab something like that. They've got other awesome varieties. They have the gypsy, they have Cubanelle peppers, they've got mini bell peppers as well. Just a very impressive selection, as you can see. They're in full display here, and they're actually really nice and green looking. I was happy to see that. You never know what you're going to get when you come to a big box store. This is a gypsy mini bell that I mentioned before, a Cubanelle pepper. They've got shishito, purple bell. So it's really easy to see here. They've got all of the sweet peppers are together, and then the hot peppers are generally together as well, but kind of separate. So you don't accidentally pick up something you don't want. We have lunchbox peppers here, which was great to see. They're very popular snacking peppers. I grow them, my customers love them, and you can buy them here for $5 a plant. Lunchbox orange, lunchbox red. They also had green, red, and purple bell pepper. Here on this end cap, they had these last time, and they have them again this time. These are about $15.98, and they are strawberries with several plants, along with some flat leaf parsley in a big container. We've got lots of tomatoes here. We've got beefsteak, looks like sweet million, the Juliet, a grape tomato, something they're calling a German queen, which I think is probably similar to a German Johnson. We've got some lemon boy tomatoes, obviously some early girls as well. Those are always a really good bet to choose from if you're tired of waiting without tomatoes. The early girl is good for that. You've got husky cherry red tomatoes, which these are great for containers. They're kind of a squattier, smaller plant. Black cherry, which is one of my personal favorites. I do love black cherry. They're very sweet. I like them a lot, and I grow them every year. Um, they have a huge variety of these container tomatoes. So they've got patio and better bush tomatoes, and just lots of tomato varieties that are meant to be very prolific, but in small areas. So I think this is a great idea for anybody who has containers or wants to grow a patio garden. Here we've morphed over into the mint. We've got dill and sweet mint, peppermints. You've got multiple kinds of oregano. You've got Greek oregano and Italian oregano here. So you're really covered. Look at all these guys. Now, with mint, you know that you don't want to put that in ground because it will spread like crazy. So just keep your mint in containers and you'll be happy with that. Now, here are all of the cruciferous vegetables or all of your cold weather crops. This was here before when we were here together 3 weeks ago. This is mostly what they had. They had a few tomatoes and peppers, a very small amount, but they had all of these guys. And so these have moved away from center stage because they are highlighting the tomatoes and peppers that I just showed you. But nonetheless, these look really good. They still have a lot of kale, some red leaf lettuce left over. The kale does look exceptionally good. You know, I really am happy that most of these plants do look good. They've got cauliflower here. This is a 6 pack of celery that I actually ended up purchasing. But for $5.98, you know, I've got a slow start on some celery for my patio, so I thought I would buy some, and I'll plant that out probably tomorrow. And you've got collard greens here like you had before, the Morris heading collards. Now they've had these out here for about 3 weeks. They still look good, which is impressive to me. So pretty happy with that. And you've got cilantro here, or you've got lots of different chives, some bigger tomatoes at the bottom here, and then you've just got lots of different collards. You have Morris heading collards and some Creole collards and things like that. Then at the very end here, this is the last side that I hadn't seen, and these are all the herbs. You've got quite a bit of sage, there's chives, thyme, bee balm, cilantro, curled parsley. There's just so many really nice, really nice herbs. They've got purple basil here, chamomile as well. Now they don't have much purple basil, but they do have what seems to be quite a bit of chamomile. If you're interested in that, they've got curly basil or curly parsley for entrees or for garnishing, cilantro, and then you'll see here the purple basil that they have, and a little bit of rosemary left over. So overall, I was really impressed with this trip. I was pretty pleased. If you want a lot of plants and you go to your Lowe's, you're not going to be disappointed. And I'm happy that they're really catering to people who want to grow their own food, because I know that this time of the year people are wondering, hey, where's my food going to come from? And if you want to grow it yourself, then you could come to Lowe's. So thanks a lot for being with me. I know you could have been anywhere and you chose to be with me, and I really appreciate it. Bye for now, guys.